everybody feels different. Okay? Everybody feels different. Everybody feels like they're an outsider. The difference is you're admitting it. You're facing up to it. How many people in that pub, that work event, that social setting also feel like they don't belong, but they mask it with alcohol? The only difference between you and them is you're brave enough to see it. Why are you brave? Why am I talking about bravery and courage? Because you are choosing not to drink alcohol. And that is amazing. You are choosing not to be a victim. And I'll tell you more about that. Welcome to the 1000 Day Sober Podcast. My name is Lee Davey. I am not an alcoholic. I refuse to be anonymous. I am someone who lives a self-led life, alcohol-free as fuck. And I spend every waking moment of my life helping other people do the same, like right now. Welcome to the 1000 Day Sober Podcast Dailies, another daily dose of my voice, trying my best to help you get through today without having a touch of the demon drink, alcohol, because you don't need it, ladies and gentlemen. Today, feeling like an outsider. Good. A listener left a comment on my podcast with Norm Macdonald. Yes, I was fortunate enough to interview the late, great Norm Macdonald while I was working in a poker tournament in the Bahamas, if I remember rightly, at the Atlantis Resort. And Norm was telling me how he didn't drink alcohol anymore. And he jumped on and we had a good little chat. The noise around the casino was a bit noisy, but go check out the interview with Norm Macdonald on our YouTube channel. Anyway, this comment. I stopped drinking 4 years ago, and this is the first thing I've heard, the interview with Norm, that makes me feel normal, because I feel like an outsider around my friends. I find it hard to socialize with people from work. I feel like I'm not fun for others to hang out with anymore. And here's my response to that comment. Good. Because if you have gone alcohol-free as fuck and feel like an outsider, let's talk about why that might be the best thing that's ever happened to you. So, you feel like an outsider because you are one. And that's not a flaw, it is a feature. One of the things that I took great pride in when I became alcohol-free as fuck was I was different. All of my life, I kind of felt and thought that I was different. But I was, let's say, my inner child parts of my psyche, they didn't like the fact that I was different. So I kind of shunned my difference. I made it bad. But when I became alcohol-free as fuck, it was like a light bulb came on. It was like, do you know what? I am different, right? And I do want to celebrate my difference. I wasn't a part of the herd anymore. I was thinking differently. I was living differently. And that is what set me apart. That is what helped me to become free. And this allowed me to have a great pride and a sense of celebration around my decision to be alcohol-free as fuck, versus people who think they're missing out. They think it's a bad thing or they're missing out on something if they stop drinking. I was like, this is great, right? This really suits me because all the red fish are swimming this way. I'm the one blue fish swimming that way. And that suited me down to the ground because I've been an outsider all my life, right? And when I accepted that I was different, this actually opened the gateway, the doorway for me to actually find my people. Do you know what I mean? I don't think you don't take a constructive, rational, logical approach to finding your friends, right? You know, like you say to yourself, okay, I want to meet the woman of my dreams, or I want to meet the man of my dreams, okay? And you say to yourself, okay, this is the type of woman I want to meet, or this is the type of man I want to meet. They've got to be like this, and I don't want to be like this. How often do you do that with friendships, right? You don't, do you? They just kind of happen, right? And then you get into this sunk cost fallacy. Well, he's my friend, so he's got to be my friend forever because he's been my friend for 20 years. I can't get rid of him anymore, even though I have nothing in common with him. When I stopped drinking, actually what happened is my friendship groups just naturally fell apart or they strengthened. So the people who were my people, our relationship strengthened as a result of my decision to become alcohol-free as fuck. And those that weren't supposed to be my people, the acquaintances and people that I really like, but they weren't in my inner sanctum, if you like, those just gradually ebbed away. And if you find yourself in that situation where suddenly you've got no friends or you feel really different to them, it's likely because they're not your people, right? So don't view it as, oh my God, I've got no friends anymore. I haven't got a tribe. Look at it as an opportunity to go out and actually find your people, find other people, other outsiders, right, who have rejected the liquid lie, other outsiders that want real connection, right? Really important. Now, I told you that I actually was the person who was like, I've always been an outsider, I've always been different. But in my 15 years of helping people to become alcohol free as fuck, and in my one on one coaching as a master life coach, everybody feels different. Okay. Everybody feels different. Everybody feels like they're an outsider. The difference is you're admitting it, you're facing up to it. How many people in that pub, that work event, that social setting also feel like they don't belong, but they mask it with alcohol? The only difference between you and them is you're brave enough to see it. Why are you brave? Why am I talking about bravery and courage? Because you are choosing not to drink alcohol. And that is amazing. You are choosing not to be a victim. And I'll tell you more about that after we take this short break. Okay, don't be a victim. It's really, really important that we are not a victim in life. As part of living a self-led life, as part of the Strive method, one of the frameworks that I teach people is the drama triangle. So I teach people in the drama triangle, you're either playing the role of victim, villain, or hero. And each of those roles, victim, villain, hero, are actually signs that you are in victim consciousness. You are below the line. You are parts activated. You're in your ego. Your inner child is taking control of the good bus Davy in this case, right? And you're not emitting a good energy. You're much more likely to fly off the handle. You're at your window of tolerance, right? It's not a good thing to be in this spot, right? So this guy in this comment, he says, "I feel like I'm not fun for others to hang out with anymore." That feels very much to me like he's below the line. His inner child's coming out a little bit, and he's like, I'm a victim here, right? I'm a victim. But I've got this question for him and for you if you're thinking the same thing. Is this true? Is it true that he's not fun for others to hang out with anymore? Or is it a protective story? What does it protect him from? Well, if he feels like he's not fun for others to hang out with anymore, then why would he try to hang out with people? He wouldn't. He would stop himself. And if he stops himself from doing it, actually his system, his psyche, his mind, body, soul feels safe. So sometimes we make these statements up. Yeah, I'm not fun. People won't want to hang out with me. I'm too boring. And we do it actually to, as Gay Hendricks would say, create an upper limit problem. So we're not allowing ourselves to be vulnerable and to lean into that vulnerability of, well, what would happen if like I did when I stopped drinking? I used to go to movies with my mates. Like I used to ring my mate up and say, "Do you want to come to the movies with me?" We used to meet, have a coffee, go to movies, come back out of the movie, have a good chin, we'll go for a coffee. No alcohol around, right? Now, the thought of doing that when I was stuck in the liquid lie, I would never have done that. Really important. So don't think that you're not fun. Maybe they're not fun, right? Like, you ever thought about that? Like, maybe they're fun. That like the term of fun is like just numbing themselves with alcohol. Okay, there's loads of different ways that you can have fun. Just look at children. Children have a lot of fun, right? And they don't drink alcohol. Okay, so be very, very careful about slipping down into the drama triangle, being a villain, being a hero, or being a victim, right? Now, this man in this case, or you out there who are in the same spot, you have a choice. You can either shrink back into the crowd. And this is what the liquid lie wants you to do. The liquid lie is telling you that actually you need to drink alcohol in order to have a social life. Right? Everywhere you look on adverts, television programs, movies, music, you need to drink alcohol to have a tribe, to have a life, right? So it's designed, the liquid light is designed to drag you back into drinking alcohol once you stop. So you can either shrink back, let the liquid light win, go back to your crowd, pretend that you fit in with this group of people that you've now realized that you don't fit in with, and drink alcohol so you can be on the same kind of level with them. Or you can embrace the fact that you've now outgrown them, you've outgrown this version of yourself as well. And as Krasimir Dabrowski says in his framework of positive disintegration, you're ready to go up the different levels of consciousness, something that we teach you in the Strive method. Okay, so what's next for this guy and other people like you who have become alcohol free as fuck, and you're thinking, what the fuck did I do that for? I'm losing all my friends. Like, I'm not fun. I'm boring. One, accept the gift of being different. Stop wishing to fit back in. That version of you is gone. Nada, zilch. It doesn't exist. And good riddance. Now you get to build something new. You get to positively disintegrate, like the caterpillar turning into the butterfly. Step two, go find your people. They're out there. Strive exists for this very reason, so you can meet like-minded people like you. Go where people like you hang out, where they're not drinking alcohol and numbing themselves and being scared and afraid and lacking the vulnerability to lean into deep, deep, deep connection. Step three, change the question. Instead of asking, how do I fit in? Ask, where do I belong now? This shift will change absolutely everything. Okay, today's daily vow. I will not drink today because I embrace who I've become. I do not need to fit in to feel whole. All right, final thought. If you are an outsider, good. The world doesn't change because of the people who fit in. It changes because of the people who stand out. And you making the decision to become alcohol free as fuck and live a self-led life are just standing out. Embrace it, love it, stand in front of the mirror, give yourself some love. All right, that's all I got for today. Please, as always, rate and review the show. Press that subscribe button. Got too much spit in my mouth. Wherever you are, wherever you're listening to this, if this helped you and you think you can help someone else, send it to them. Leave a comment or email me at strivemethod@gmail.com. And if you want to try the Strive Method for free, our 6-month powerhouse of a workshop that is going to help you live a self-led life, alcohol-free as fuck, then email me at strivemethod@gmail.com. We'll get you on board. Finally, do not drink today. You don't need it. You do not need it. Much love and strive on.